Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show, local news, sponsored by Eric Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, Top Shine Detailing, and check us out on all of our platforms. Well, our lead story is the Hansen trial. This swanky guy right here, pain doctor, he's getting crushed in federal court. Crushed. This week, by the way, the detailed email goes out with the newsletter today, so check it out. But this week has been highlighted by the Fed's prosecution expert, Dr. King, who just obliterated him. And I have no doubt that Dr. Hansen is going to be convicted. Hey, doesn't everybody do a little cocaine on the weekend? Bottom line is, just so you know, to refresh your memory, if it's the first time you're watching this, Dr. Hansen was out of control giving his patients opiates, also including saying, I'll give you the opiates if you get an expensive epidural done. All right, got a sad story to report. Rest in peace, my friend Lloyd Buechner. Lloyd Buechner passed away this week. The services, for those of you that live in the Independence community that know Lloyd and the Buechner family, the services are going to be at Chambers and Grubbs from 4 to 7 p.m. on Tuesday. And then there's a funeral service in Fort Wright, 11 o'clock on Wednesday. I didn't know Lloyd Buechner until later in my life. I always knew who Lloyd was because he was the father of Jill Buechner, who is my wife's, Mary Zimmer's, best friend from childhood. But this is a great story. One day I get a phone call from my wife, and she says, you have to help out Lloyd. And I said, what's going on? She says the Kenton County Jail is buying the property next to him in his farm to build a jail. And over the advice of my father, I decided to take that case for Lloyd and battle Kenton County for the cause of keeping the jail out of that location. During the course of that battle, I got to meet Lloyd, realize how smart Lloyd was. Lloyd had a career that he retired from at Western Southern in finance. Lloyd was smart, but he had style to him, always drove a Corvette, has 3 wonderful children, Kim, Jill, and Joe, all great people. I've gotten to know Joe a little bit in the last 10 years. Got to know Jill very well in the last 10 years. Also, Cab Bright, who is Jill's husband, who I got to know during that jail battle, has become a good buddy, and he's part of my euchre gang. But I just want to honor the life and memory on a special way of Lloyd Buechner. By the way, he was also a basketball star at Simon Kenton High School. And, he just a good guy. Like the epitome of what we love about America. Lloyd represented that through and through. May he rest in peace, and may grace assuage all the pain of the Buechner family. Good memories is what I always like to remind them. They don't need me to tell them how wonderful Lloyd was. They knew what a great dad and grandfather he was. And I'm glad I got to know Lloyd. It was an honor. All right. Long crime. Chad Doerman wants his confession thrown out. Well, it ain't going to do any good, Chad, because everybody saw you shoot your kids. Stupid. Mark Holbrook pled guilty, no relation to Chuck, pled guilty to rigging gas meters and screwing her. How do you do that? How do you knowingly do that? What kind of a human being, your conscience, that does that? Tashaun Adams has been arrested. This is the mom of the 3-year-old who shot the 2-year-old. Both parents have been arrested, charged with manslaughter. Terrible. In local news, the 3 Kenton County judge executives, the 3 Northern Kentucky judge executives, Boone, Kenton, and Campbell, all say we need more workers. No kidding. All right. Chris Collins wanted to give him an oracle status. He's the new Williamstown police chief. By the way, this is always a big deal in these communities, all across America. And you can just see this guy's beaming with pride, and I'm sure he'll serve Williamstown well. Congratulations, Chris Collins. All right, in Kentucky news, there is 26,000 people have signed a petition to name a park after Loretta Lynn down in Johnson County. I just want to say this. Robin Webb, I think it's Johnson County. Robin Webb, the state senator, Democrat, who's also a lawyer down in the mountains. I went to law school with Robin Webb. She was something else. She was cool. She was badass. She was a gun-toting. I mean, like, I don't know. She represents Eastern Kentucky in all respects really, really well. And she's leading the charge. She's also apparently a distant cousin of Loretta Lynn. All right, in Ohio news, Hamilton County property taxes have nearly doubled. People are outraged. I forgot this, but we can always throw it in there because it was in Cleveland. It was missed locally here. LaRose, Moreno, and Dolan all debated Tuesday in Cleveland. Nobody scored any big marks. Cindy Warmbier from Ohio is supporting Nikki Haley. Wonder how that makes Trump feel. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Get the Eric Deters Weekly News.